Shalom, I'm Rabbi Stephen Sachs. In a couple of weeks, college students will start returning to college for the fall semester. I remember the beginning of the college semester was always a very stressful time. You go to class, the teacher gives out the syllabus, and as the teacher is yakking and yakking away, students aren't paying attention. They're looking at the syllabus, trying to figure out what they need to do to get an A or B or pass the class. And what do students often see? They see you have to take tests, do papers, group projects, individual projects. It's endless. It's very, very overwhelming. Bnei Israel, the children of Israel, must have felt the same way. Moshe Rabbeinu, speaking on behalf of God, declares, Kol ha-mitzvah asher Elokim asavach hayom tishmu la'aso lama'an techiyun. The entire commandment that I command you today, you shall observe to perform so you may live. What is this kol ha-mitzvah, this entire commandment? According to rabbis, it's the Torah. In other words, you have to perform the entire Torah to live. Moshe is telling Bnei Israel, the children of Israel, that they can't be cafeteria Jews. You can't pick and choose the mitzvot you want to perform. You have to perform the entire Torah to live. Wait a minute. That is overwhelming. That's scary. You have to perform the entire Torah simply to live? What's going on here? Moshe Rabbeinu is giving us a mashal, a model. You should endeavor to try to perform the entire Torah perfectly. That being said, it's not going to happen. The rabbis teach us that God gave the second set of luchot, the second set of commandments, when? On Yom Kippur, to show us that He had forgiven the Israelites for worshiping the golden calf. Our Creator realizes we're not perfect, we're going to make mistakes, and is willing to give us another chance. Let me tell you something else. Nobody, and I mean nobody, observes the entire Torah perfectly. Look, recently we had rabbis from New York and New Jersey arrested for money laundering and selling organs. Now, I'm sure these rabbis did a wonderful job of observing Shabbat, keeping kosher. But can we say that they observed the entire Torah? No, of course not. Their actions were reprehensible. Violations of Torah law. There's a message here for us. We should not become overwhelmed like that student does when they see the syllabus. Rather, we should approach the Torah and its mitzvot as a ladder. And it doesn't matter which rung of the ladder we are on today. What matters is the direction in which we move. I'll give you an example. Take somebody who grew up in an observant household. And today they find themselves on the 20th rung of the ladder. At the beginning of the year, they also found themselves on the 20th rung of the ladder. They're kosher, they're shomer Shabbat, but they really haven't done anything to move up the ladder. Now let's look at somebody who started off the year on the 3rd rung of the ladder. He didn't have the benefit of growing up in an observant household or yeshiva education, but he's been working hard, and now he finds himself by the end of the year on the 7th rung of the ladder. Let me ask you, who do you think has had a better year spiritually? It's the person who's moving up the ladder, even if he's not on the 20th rung, where the other person who had the benefit of a better Jewish education finds himself today. The bottom line is, as long as you're moving up the ladder, you're going in the right direction. If you're stagnant, it's time to start climbing again. And if you're going down, let's reverse directions. So in light of this, let me suggest a new understanding of the phrase kol ha-mitzvah. Instead of meaning it to imply that we need to observe the entire Torah simply to live, let's understand it this way. We live to perform the entire mitzvah. And what mitzvah is that? What mitzvah do we perform? What mitzvah do we live to perform? That mitzvah is whatever mitzvah will take us to the next rung on the ladder. Maybe you're familiar with the Shabbat davening. Maybe time to start learning for weekday davening. Maybe you've never built a sukkah before. Well, a couple months Sukkot will be here. Come help us build a sukkah at the shul. Or maybe you've done that already. Maybe this year will finally be the year you build your own sukkah. Or maybe you wanted to get involved in chesed activities. Bring food to a sick person. Visit friends in the hospital. The bottom line is, as long as we keep climbing that ladder towards Shemayim, we're headed in the right direction. Keep climbing, my friends.